All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Nerd Herders Trailer Park. I'm Travis.
I'm Aaron.
And today we're going to be discussing the teaser trailer that was just released for Avengers End Game, which is the part 2 to Infinity War that came out last year.
So it's just a teaser.
Just a teaser.
Not a full trailer.
And it does exactly that. It teases, raises a lot of questions, answers nothing so far. The movie's slated to come out May 3rd of 2019. Do you think they're going to do what they did last time and be like, you know what, let's bump it back to April and give it to people early?
I don't know. I think because it's the 3rd, it's like right on that cusp. I didn't look at the calendar. I don't know what the day of the week it is.
It's going to be a Thursday.
Probably a Thursday.
It's always Thursday.
So, I don't know. They might stick with it and try to like monopolize on that weekend. Mm-hmm. You know, because if that's the 3rd, it's like...
First weekend of May.
Yeah, first weekend of May. That's pretty good.
It's kind of the start of the summer season.
It's a good movie weekend.
Films.
Yeah, I think it was just a fluke that they moved it to April.
Well, yeah, because they didn't want it to compete with Solo, I think.
Something like that. Yeah.
But like Solo still got like nothing because Infinity War was so good. Everyone just went back and saw it again and again and again.
Yeah.
I did.
And
6 times.
I don't know what else is going to be coming out in May, but this is obviously going to be the headliner.
Yeah.
For the leading off the summer blockbuster
For
season
sure.
for 2019.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just right off the bat, the name.
End Game.
End Game.
That's Infinity War ends. Doctor Strange says we're in the end game now.
Yeah.
The first line in here, we see Tony Stark just caressing his Iron Man helmet as he records this message for Pepper Potts, saying that the end is part of the journey or something along those lines. So,
I think it's a good title.
I'm going to be totally honest with you. I wish it had just been Infinity War Part 2.
Yeah, which is originally what they had said.
Yeah.
That it was going to be 2 parts. And they're like, no, not 2 parts, 1 movie and then a sequel.
I guess it could be alluding to the fact that this is going to be the end for some of these Avengers, those that like we know their contracts are up and they have no sequels planned.
It's going to be the end of this
version.
Yeah,
this assemblage
of the films that have been coming out. Of course, this is by no means the end game for Marvel. There's so many movies lined up.
Yeah.
But they're going to be building into this is the end of this plot line that we've been building towards for the last 2 years.
Yeah, we know for sure. Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans, their contracts are up, and they've been kind of the ones leading, the last every single Avengers film. Basically, they've been leading the Marvel Cinematic Universe at this point.
Do you think they will renew at any point?
No.
No?
No, I do not think so.
We'll see.
Yeah, if
I don't see why they should.
I could see Robert Downey Jr. doing small cameos here and there. I don't think that Chris Evans is going to come back.
Okay.
I think Chris Hemsworth's contract is up as well. I don't think he has any plans of coming back, which is interesting because we know that Disney's streaming platform is going to have a low-key television show. Not a low-key, but like a low-key Lao-Fei son.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Yeah. Let's talk about who we saw in this.
Okay. Yep. So right off the bat, Tony Stark.
Iron Man.
Alone.
Presumably.
Presumably.
He's on the Milano. He's on Star-Lord's ship.
Yeah. What's left of it.
There is a brief shot of Nebula also on the ship. Black Widow is in it. Natasha. Captain America. Banner was there, yeah. He was looking at those shots of Scott Lang and Peter Parker. Like, I'm guessing he's looking at everyone they lost.
Yeah.
Speaking of Scott Lang comes in at the end.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert for those of you that didn't see Ant-Man and the Wasp 2. Ant-Man and the Wasp go subatomic, and because they like developed a new technology to do that and like control it, but they turn to dust.
So he's back somehow.
Yeah.
And there's no way that clip is after they've resolved what happened.
Well, yeah, because Captain America's like, is this an old broadcast? And she's like, no, this is the front gate.
Yeah.
So it's like...
This is while they're trying to execute their plan, he just shows up. So there's going to be
while they're still trying to formulate a plan.
Yeah, there's going to be some weird explanation.
I think it's going to be something to do with the fact he's in the quantum realm, that it's an other dimension, so he might not have been present in the universe for the snap to take effect.
So why'd he turn to dust to begin with?
I don't know. Maybe I misremember it. I only saw the movie the one time.
Okay, and I haven't seen it. I didn't see Ant-Man.
I had to pee real bad waiting after the credits, so that might have just been my brain making false memories.
So maybe he didn't disappear, but he's back now. He's been away from the Avengers for a while. He was not present
since Civil War.
He was not present with them since Civil War. So,
and then we saw Thor sitting in like what looked almost like a holding cell of some kind. It looked kind of like that room on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that neutralizes their powers.
Oh,
but he's wearing like civvies. You know, he's not wearing his Thor Asgardian armor. And then there's one other person. Oh, Hawkeye!
Yeah,
he's back.
The big reveal.
Yeah, he's got a cool new outfit, a samurai sword, and
his blade,
a hood. Yeah, he's I'm guessing some character. I don't know what the origin of the character is. I don't know what the story is, but called Ronin. He's got kind of like that samurai thing. Like a Ronin was a rogue samurai, basically.
Wasn't also Ronin the bad guy in the first Guardians of the Galaxy? Lee Pace.
Ronin, the Accuser.
Yeah.
But this is Ronin, not Ronan.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's too similar in my opinion. But okay.
I guess.
I can roll with it.
But the Accuser's gone.
Yeah.
And he was a Kree.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
What do you think is the reason for Hawkeye being present now? Because I have a theory.
Yeah. And I think
Did we talk about this?
Yeah. Briefly. I think it makes sense that at least one of his kids or his wife would have, if not all of them,
I think all of his family
disappeared,
got taken in the snap.
Because that was the reason he left the game. He was like, no,
protect his family.
So like, what's the one thing that would get him back?
And actually, the last time we saw Hawkeye, he was in prison on the raft.
Oh, that's true.
So, how did he get out? Well, he probably would have done the same thing as Scott Lang and taken a deal.
He would have gotten out somehow.
Been on house arrest or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, if Scott Lang was able to have cut a deal with
S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
Well,
jeez. Well,
the artist formerly known as S.H.I.E.L.D.
Right, that iteration of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
We know the real S.H.I.E.L.D. is on TV only, which is a bummer, but that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's interesting to bring him back. It's Black Widow that discovers him based on the way they cut the shots anyway.
Yeah, which if anyone was going to discover Hawkeye first, it would be her.
It seems like she's going to play more heavily in this film like she did in Civil War. There's going to be a lot of Black Widow, Captain America teamwork here.
Do you think that has anything to do with the fact that purportedly we have a Black Widow solo film coming along, that this is going to kind of tie into that?
I think it could be that I mean, she's a very established character, but she's always just kind of been a little bit on the sidelines compared to everyone else. So I think they're going to bring her in a little bit more heavily, maybe to line that up, maybe because they killed half their characters. True. And she's one of the ones that they have left to work with. I mean, great character, great actress. So, like, I mean, in this role, I really like her in this role.
Agreed.
And so just specifically looking at Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow, like, she does a good job. So I think that she deserves to be featured a little bit more prominently.
Well, and people have been asking since basically her first appearance in Iron Man 2 for a Black Widow solo film.
Yeah.
So it's only taken 10 years, but
yeah, we'll see. At what point do you think Stark, or if at all, is going to get back and be with Captain America? And how's that going to go down? Having them in the same room again, if that even is able to happen.
Don't know. So kind of digging into spoilers a little bit, and if you don't want to know anything about the new movie, pretty much stop watching now, because we've already gotten into the teaser, and I know that a lot of people will actually avoid trailers of any kind because they don't want to know anything about the movie going into it.
Yeah.
But there have been set photos released for quite some time now, as well as a few concept art images, and we know that Tony Stark in this new movie, he has like bleached hair almost. So I think that they're going to utilize the quantum realm subatomic technology to jump between the multiverse. I think we might actually get a little touching on the Marvel multiverse like they do in the comics. And I think we're going to see alternate versions of the heroes going to take on Thanos to like undo the snap.
So because they're in this universe, versions are dead, they're going to rely on...
Yeah.
Interesting.
So kind of like in Injustice when Lex Luthor goes back in time and he like... And there becomes those two universes. There's the one where Superman has the regime and the one before...
I liked how they did that.
Happened.
That was a good blending for that game.
Yeah. And I think that like it's gonna. I feel like stuff like that is so abstract. It might be a little hard to translate to general. It
might be a little bit deep for the MCU.
Yeah, but like at the same time now, the way these movies are structured is kind of like they assume you've seen every other film. They don't really make these movies as like a one-off, tell its own story. It's almost like comic issues where you kind of have to have read the last issue to understand where you're at now and where you're headed.
Now, how did the final fight against Thanos go down in the comics?
I never read it, so I don't know for certain.
I don't know either.
I'm interested.
Not that they would do the exact same story, obviously. Yeah, but I'm just curious.
They're going to do their own spin on it.
What the solution was.
The way they hinted at the end of Infinity War is that Captain Marvel is going to be kind of the Deus Ex Machina of this whole mess.
Yeah.
You know, Fury sent her that message on the pager.
Right.
But she's nowhere to be seen in this.
No, but it's just a teaser, and her movie hasn't come out yet. Mm-hmm. So I think they're going to keep her role until after you've seen her origin story.
Yeah.
When does that come out?
January?
Soon.
April? Soon.
Yeah, so Captain Marvel is definitely going to play, she has to play a large role.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to keep that kind of...
Hush. Well, especially since the movie hasn't even come out yet.
Right, so I think she won't be featured prominently in a End Game trailer until after her film has been released.
Yeah.
This is the first teaser. We're probably going to get like 2 teasers before the first trailer, and then we're probably going to have like 3 or 4 different trailers.
They usually max out at 3, and I think there's the movie comes out supposedly in May. I have a feeling it's going to come out in April because they filmed these back to back, and they've had so much time for post production. And granted, I know there's a lot of digital work that's yet to be done, but I think that they might actually find themselves in a position where they've given themselves so much time that they're ready ahead of schedule. And
that'd be cool.
I would really like if we got an earlier release of it, because May is great. I'm down to wait because that's kind of the way that's played out as far as film releases for Avengers. But I want to know now. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
You know, like we're just kind of spitballing theories here and kind of talking about what we think might be going on.
Yeah, because they're not really. I mean, I really hope the trailers don't give too much away, but at least this teaser, did a good job of getting you excited without spoiling anything, really.
Well, I mean, look at the success of Infinity War. That movie had such insane reception, and their ad campaign, very minimal. Like, we did get, I think, 3 or 4 trailers total for it, but, they didn't give away any major details.
There's a lot of overlapping shots between the trailers.
Yep.
So, like, you got little bits and pieces, but it wasn't like... I mean, we keep referring to it as the example of what not to do, but the Jurassic World ad campaign...
forever, that's going to be... Well, and even The Last Jedi kind of did the same thing.
Gave away the whole movie by the end of the advertising. You knew what you basically knew what you were walking in to see, and you still went to see it, of course.
Yeah, but, and like,
I mean, Avengers has gotten so big, the MCU as a whole, but specifically the Avengers, because there's people that only watch the Avengers, and they don't watch the other ones in between. They just follow the big ones.
Yeah.
There's enough that you just say, oh, there's a new one coming out. You could do 0 advertising and just have a poster on the wall of the theater with a date, and they're still going to have sold out.
I know it's never going to happen because part of the film distribution is to release trailers so that the people that paid you money to make this movie can see, like, what do we have to look forward to? Right. And that naturally is going to be released to the public. But I almost wish they would release a big movie, either Avengers, Star Wars... whatever.
With nothing.
Give us no trailers. Just give us a release date, a poster, and let us know it's happening.
People are going to show up anyway.
Yeah.
If there's something that large.
I feel like that might actually draw more of a crowd because it's going to build curiosity.
Well, and because there isn't a trailer for people to report on, there's going to be people reporting and talking about the lack thereof and what that means and how it's never been done. And
I guess
it's going to gain attention in and of itself.
The potential problem for that is like, you sign all these non-disclosure agreements when you're working there, but there's always a leak. Somebody always blabs.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And there's going to be more people trying to bribe and entice that if there's no trailer. So then you do have the potential for leaks. Yeah.
Everyone has their price.
Yeah, I don't know. That would be interesting, though. That'd be fun to do. Even if it's not that, just a large film to come out without any, just going totally blind.
Yeah.
Really would add to the experience.
Yeah. But I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty
discussion for now. Don't want to drag this out too long.
When they come out with a proper trailer, we'll do another trailer post about the full trailer and then our theories, how they've evolved and stuff.
Even for a trailer, this was 2.5 minutes long, or a teaser. This is 2.5 minutes long. That's
it's pretty long.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of shortcuts. That's what makes it a teaser. They weren't giving us any full scenes or a lot of dialogue, which is good. So let us know what you thought of the teaser. Are you excited? Are you done at this point?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I feel like there's two parties. People that are just like, they're tired.
Yeah, they're fed up.
They're fed up, or they're just like, give me more.
There's a lot. It is both an investment of time and money at this point because there are so many of them.
Emotional energy to just process it.
Yeah.
Anyway, let us know what you think.
Like, share, subscribe.
Keep
your eye out for our podcasts, our retro videos. We got all kinds of stuff going on these days. So.
Exactly. There's a lot to see. So, stay a while, browse through the playlists, and let us know in the comments if there's anything that you would like to see us work on. We're open to suggestions.
For sure.
Until next time, stay nerdy.